I'm the county judge for Williamson County. It's been a tough day, not only tough couple of days, not only in Williamson County, but throughout Central Texas. So thoughts and prayers definitely go out to our neighbors in the surrounding counties that have had to deal with the tragedy and the weather events. It's with a heavy heart that I can announce that Williamson County can confirm 1 death, and we still have 2 people missing. Our Sheriff Matt Lindemann will comment on those efforts in a minute. Right now our focus is on recovery and finding the 2 missing people. So we have hundreds of people over the last couple of days that have spent hundreds of man hours handling the storm and the rescue efforts. Yesterday, first responders conducted a total of 10 rescues missions and were able to save 27 people, including 16 from Hope House in Liberty Hill off County Road 285, who were evacuated by helicopter with assistance from Fort Hood and the Army. The county was also able to send out many messages, over 1,500 messages, and the county was very proactive in our known low spots, not only sending messages that the floodwaters were coming, but going door to door in an attempt to save life and property. Today, we are assessing damages. We are in recovery mode, and that is where we are going to focus our efforts. But at this time, I'd like to turn it over to the Williamson County Sheriff, Matt Lindemann.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, everyone. I am Matt Lindemann, your Williamson County Sheriff. On the 4th of July, as you all know, they had tragic flooding in Kerr County. We sent part of our Williamson County Sheriff's Office Swift Water Rescue Team to Kerr County to assist in those rescues. And then early yesterday morning, about 1:50 a.m., calls started coming in to our emergency communications about water over the road at various locations out in the Liberty Hill area. We dispatched deputies to those areas, and there was flooding being experienced at that time. At 5:08 a.m., calls came in from the Rio Ancho subdivision, which is in far western Williamson County, of water coming into homes. We dispatched our remaining members of our Swift Water Rescue Team to that subdivision. 4 rescues were conducted at that subdivision. We had to recall our Swift Water Rescue Team that we had sent to Kerr County at that point because we realized we were going to have problems here in our own county. 6:58 a.m., an individual was reportedly swept away from a vehicle on FM 1869 west of Liberty Hill. 2 people in that vehicle had driven off into the water. The car was stalled. They both got out. One was swept away. We're still looking for that person today. At 7 a.m., right after daylight, we started going door to door in Williamson County east of Georgetown because we have a couple of RV parks there that are in low-lying areas. So we were going door to door to warn those people to get out immediately so that they would not become flood victims. Most of them did. However, one was rescued a little later in the day by Swift Water Rescue Teams from Parks and Wildlife and the Sheriff's Office. A number of pets were rescued there as well. That was Shady River RV Park on Highway 29 east of Georgetown. 2:06 p.m. We received another call of a vehicle being swept away from County Road 284 west of Liberty Hill. At this time, heavy rains were still coming down, a lot of high water. At about, about 4:41 p.m., fire crews located that vehicle. It was still partially submerged. They were able to search the interior of the vehicle and determine that no one was inside the car. The water was still around that vehicle, and it was too dangerous to look further in that area. Our deputies, along with Texas Highway Patrol and Parks and Wildlife, continue to check low water crossing areas throughout the county along the San Gabriel River, where we were experiencing severe flooding. And about 10:30 yesterday evening, communications received a call that a citizen had gone back to that partially submerged car. The water had receded, and discovered there was a body trapped underneath that vehicle. That was the one that was in the area of County Road 284. Our deputies responded back to that area and helped with extricating that person from under that vehicle. So we'll continue our efforts all day today, and I'm sorry, that was our one confirmed fatality. Our efforts continue today with ground searches along the South San Gabriel River in the area of Liberty Hill, as well as a number of drone teams that have been deployed to try to find those two missing individuals. Our heartfelt sympathy goes out to all the people affected by this in Kerr County as well as here in Williamson County. We understand that families are out there desperately wanting to know about what's going on with their loved ones that are missing. We're working hard, and we will exhaust all the efforts to find your loved ones and get them back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. As we move into recovery, we're putting together our recovery plans and beginning our preliminary damage assessment. We encourage residents to report their damage to TDEM, TDEM, using the iStat tool at damage.tdem.texas.gov. County roads. Currently, Williamson County has 29 roads closed due to the flooding, debris, and damage. Crews are out today reopening roads as water recedes and debris is removed. 6 roads have damage to the pavement, and crews are working today to open up those roadways. Specifically on County Road 279, there's 2 spots between Leander and Liberty Hill that crews are working on today to get those roads passable and open. We have 5 other county roads with damage. County Roads 257, County Road 236, County Road 207, 200, and 126. And the county will respond and get those as soon as possible. I also want to thank our first responders who went out to rescue individuals during the flooding and are now working on those recovery missions. The sheriff mentioned, and I want to specifically thank our swift water rescue teams. That's one of the most dangerous way for first responders to rescue and recover bodies. Very proud that our county answered the call to go assist in Kerr County, but at the time, the next morning, they had to come and assist with Williamson County. And so they put in many man hours and are thankful for that. Also want to thank the cities in their response to the emergency as well. The city of Leander sent swift water rescue to assist in Liberty Hill, and we are grateful for that. Sheriff's Office, EMS, Fire Marshal, and I also want to thank the Texas Parks and Wildlife. They not only assisted in the rescue, but they came in at shift change and provided some much needed relief from our workers who had put in a 24-hour shift. I want to thank the United States Army in Fort Hood, who used a helicopter, as I mentioned earlier, to rescue children from Hope House. The cities of Georgetown have done great as well. I know they sent city workers down. There's some homeless camps in the river to get them to safe ground and let them know that the waters were rising. I know the city of Georgetown, partially in Georgetown, is still under a water boil notice as well. A lot of people are calling and asking how they can help. We have a tremendous community that is always very charitable. So we're asking that you wait, pause momentarily as we assess the needs and the damage in the community so we can coordinate our efforts where they're needed the most. But they will be on our website. That's wilcotx.gov. What I do know right now is that Williamson County is a very resilient community. We have excellent first responders and EMS. We are also a community of faith, and Governor Abbott has declared today a day of prayer, and I definitely encourage our community to join in prayer pray for the lives lost, pray for the families left behind, and pray for our community who's suffering right now. Not only Williamson County, but across the state of Texas. Thank you. Any questions? Yes.
Hi, I have a question as far as the unaccounted or missing folks. You say there's 2. I've been chatting with folks in the Sandy Creek area near Leander, and I understand part of that 78641 zip code goes into Travis County, I believe, part of it, but the majority of it is in Leander. They say they still have multiple people missing, families that have not been able to get in contact with residents of that area. I'm curious, have y'all been working with those folks in that area that were also hit by flooding?
I'll let the sheriff answer that question. I know just the information we just have the 2 missing. I know there's lots of rumors circulating around as well, but I'll let the sheriff answer specific to missing persons.
I believe most of that Sandy Creek area is in Travis County, so Travis County Sheriff's Office would be working
So it'd be
that.
on the Travis County,
That's correct.
unaccounted?
Yes.
Okay. Even in the Leander city?
Even though it says Leander,
Okay.
that Sandy Creek area is largely Travis County.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Yes.
Do you think your evacuation response was early enough to save lives?
So I will introduce y'all to Bill Zito. He's our Director of Emergency Services in the county to talk about the proactive things that the county did and the efforts we took to save as many lives as possible in our ongoing recovery efforts.
So yeah, Bill Zito, Senior Director, Chief Emergency Services for Williamson County. To your point, I think yes. I think we took as proactive approach as we could once we realized and knew the flooding levels were going to be as dangerous as they were. We immediately started looking at our low-lying areas and proactively started sending messages. As the sheriff and the mayor or the judge explained, we had folks go out door to door, and you can't get everybody, right? You try, you message, you go out, you try to communicate face to face, but you're always going to have that one person or 2 people that take that risk and drive through that, that rushing water that they shouldn't. It's unfortunate, and we're sad to lose people, but I do believe the county as a whole did a fantastic job, and we have minimal lives lost because of it. So,
To that effort, the county and many counties have similar efforts where they can draw a geographic map around an area and send those emergency messages not only to residents but anyone driving through that area. It becomes more and more difficult at night, people driving through water they might not see, but the efforts of using technology proactively to get the word out, I think saved many lives. And then the fact that our people went door to door, as Bill Zito and the sheriff mentioned, saved lives and property.
Well, like how it was kind of hard to pinpoint where all the heavy rain and the flooding was going to be in Kirk County, did you guys have a similar issue with, determining where the water was going to hit or anything like that?
I don't know if either one of y'all, yeah.
realistically, we look at flood models, we look at historical flooding, and we kind of know our county vulnerable areas.
You've been listening to Williamson County leaders update us on flood recovery across the county. Just some notes about what they talked about. That severe flooding of the San Gabriel River did lead to 1 death in the county, and we really heard a lot of detail about how this happened, learning that there was a car driving on County Road 284 near Liberty Hill. They were told that that car was partially submerged, that the people needed help. Crews went in. We're told that the emergency crews didn't see anyone in the car at the time, and they had to get out because the water was rising. And as that water receded, someone went back to the car, and they did find someone inside who was deceased. We know that 2 people are still missing out of Williamson County. One of them, again, in a car traveling on FM 1869 west of Liberty Hill. We're told that that car got stuck in the water. 2 people actually got out of the car, and one of them was washed away. That's one of the people that is missing. So again, those cases related to people traveling in these very dangerous conditions. We heard EMS conducted 10 rescues. They were able to help 27 people, and significantly, the judge thanking the U.S. Army, who sent a helicopter to Hope House to help. And if you're not familiar with Hope House, that is a home in Liberty Hill for severely disabled children. So able to help get some of those children out of that area. As of now, crews are still working in Williamson County to make sure the missing are found, make sure everyone is okay. They say that their crews are also working to repair the roads. There was a lot of damage, particularly in the Liberty Hill area. We saw some of that damage of the damaged roads, and their crews are out working, trying to clear debris, trying to do what they can to get those roads back open as soon as possible. We know there's a lot of questions about missing people in that area. There is a little bit of confusion about whether it falls into Travis County or Williamson County. If you have a loved one who is missing, you of course are encouraged to call and report that to your local county. To also the city would be a good place for you to call. Of course, we're going to continue monitoring all of the impacts, the rescue, the recovery missions, the flooding, the cleanup right here on KVUE. We'll have it for you tonight on the news as well as on our streaming app, KVUE Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. We're now going to return you to your regular show, which is already in progress.